Welcome back, everyone. My name is William, always here with Iron Man, and we're going to take a look at the overall crypto markets with Bitcoin and Ethereum. All
Yep,
right.
and everything in between, dude.
Yeah, so we want to take a look at what's been going on, and I think Bitcoin's kind of going ham here, dude.
You call this ham, dude?
Yeah, dude, look at this. It's
Look
nonstop buying.
I don't know. Until yeah, I mean, this is just. I mean, I guess this is an obvious proof of meme, dude. Like the meme lines are working, man.
Yeah, proof of
I
meme.
won't. Yeah, proof of meme, dude. I won't get excited until what we were talking about yesterday when things
It
close.
closes above this line.
Yeah, exactly. So you can talk shit about these meme lines all you want, but sometimes they actually come in handy. So
Yeah,
right now they're coming in handy because I'm respecting your meme lines, dude, just like the market seems to be doing.
yeah.
So I'm anticipating Bitcoin, you know, like failing this breakout test.
Yeah, I mean, I would expect it to fail too. But I mean, if you go back to yesterday and look at Ethereum, we thought this could fail too.
Uh, did we think that? I mean, it's definitely possible, right? But I don't know. Like,
I mean, this was a huge resistance line at 1500.
yeah, but there's just so much like market bullish sentiment for Ethereum right now, especially because everyone in this market. Just look at crypto Twitter for a little bit.
Yeah,
I usually like to follow in the camp. You like inverse whatever the majority thinks is going to happen.
yeah,
It's usually like the wise thing to do. Like usually the majority is like overly exuberant about things. So Ethereum is still not out of the water yet, but everyone is kind of like pushing Ethereum to at least like double its previous all-time high from 2018.
for
Just like
sure.
Bitcoin has already done. So that bullish sentiment is probably the driving force to this price action we're seeing.
Yeah, let's take a look. Um, Let me turn off log and see how this looks. So this is pretty bullish.
Yeah, exactly. We're in price discovery mode, dude. Like we don't
Yeah,
know what the fuck's gonna happen from here on out. Only thing we could kind of like point our finger on is like what Bitcoin did, right?
yeah,
What did Bitcoin do whenever it entered price discovery mode? Let's take a look.
it doubled.
Exactly. It's like what is science, right? Like not much science in this space, dude. But more like theory and like
Yeah.
meme magic.
So this is 20K right here, and
Yep.
it doubled.
So yeah, so the whole sector is aware of this. So it's kind of why I think Bitcoin needs more time to cool down. I mean, just that is clearly a parabolic run up.
Yeah,
It needs some correction, even still. But Ethereum is only just now entering this price discovery mode. So it seems like the market's, supporting this rally, dude. Really wants to see it go further.
yeah. So
Plus, we got some news to back up, I mean, you could do with this news what you want, but the CME futures are pretty close, aren't they?
yeah, so here it says Ethereum breaks 1650 as launch of CMEs nears.
Mm-hmm.
What was there? We wanted to show a couple of things here. Everyone's predicting 2000 Ethereum coming soon, but we have precedents for CME with Bitcoin. So
We're saying there's mostly like bearish activity after this, right?
yeah, but then again, I mean, Bitcoin CMEs came in January 2020,
Mm-hmm.
and we weren't in the middle of a bull cycle. So there's a chance that the CMEs for Ethereum at the beginning of a bull cycle may just propel this even further.
Yeah, I think you're right. Especially now, like whenever Ethereum is teetering, like I said, it's in price discovery range, and the market's looking for anything to kind of like catalyze more reasons to buy.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah, for sure.
Discounting the obvious, development happening within the ecosystem. Well, but I mean, this has been happening since its existence. So really, that's I don't know. I don't really think that's well, probably is a big driver of the price, but
I think this time is going to be different only because, I mean, everybody's like, look at all these predictions. I mean, this is like the most conservative ones that we've seen, but this is like a short term prediction.
yeah,
So many people are predicting over $10,000 Ethereum. Even we did that, right? We predicted around 13,000.
yeah, by the end of this cycle.
So
So
that's close to a 10x from here.
let's talk about that. How much more, like, how soon do we expect that to happen? I've seen some people predicting as soon as like by summer we'll see $10,000 plus Ethereum.
No way.
Yeah, dude.
Uh,
Again, that view, like a lot of people are definitely like over exuberant. I think that's definitely like an obvious example of that. But it could be right. I don't know.
I would say, I mean, I'll be a little bit more conservative, like $3,000 or $4,000 Ethereum by the summer,
Okay.
which is still, I mean, that's really high. That's a 2 to 3x from here.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna see Ethereum like it's not gonna behave like it did in 2017 just because of the nature of the beast that it already is.
Yeah, it's so big already.
So huge. Yeah, it's a monster. It's right there with Bitcoin. You know, it's Bitcoin's little ugly brother. You know what I mean? Depending on who's looking. You know, you know, it is not the ugly brother. It's the Chad in the making. You know what I mean? You know, there's not going to be too much like if you're looking for a token to invest in where you're expecting some type of like wild transformative gains, right? You usually don't look towards like these blue chips, like unless you're buying them like a year ago, I guess. I'm thinking more like the altcoin space. These two coins are going to be trading kind of relatively not so volatile, you know, in the short term,
Right.
and it should give the altcoins a lot more space to run, you know. So
Yeah.
if you,
So let's go over. Yeah, the CMEs are coming, and we think it's actually a bullish signal just because of the timing. Visa also announced that they are going to be adopting Bitcoin for a bunch of their banks. So it says Visa reveals Bitcoin and crypto banking roadmap amid race to reach a network of 70 million. So they're using Anchorage and First Boulevard, part of their 35 various Bitcoin and cryptocurrency platforms.
so what are they trialing exactly? Some type of infrastructure?
No, they're
Like,
trialing. They're going to be piloting. Let me get rid of this. The pilot of APIs designed to help Visa Bank clients integrate Bitcoin and cryptocurrencies.
interesting.
So this is kind of weird. You don't really need Visa to process any of these transactions. As a matter of fact, if you look into commercial companies like these huge, like Walmart, you'll see that there's a consortium of them that don't like Visa and MasterCard just because of their fees.
Yeah.
And brick and mortar situations are notoriously have low margins, and a 3% cut is huge for them, right? When their margins are like 5%, 6%. So you're looking at 50% gains if they drop Visa and MasterCard, and which is possible with cryptocurrencies. Now, you made the comment that they don't necessarily want to be holding crypto. They rather hold some sort of stable coin or fiat altogether. And there's solutions for that, but if they can cut out Visa and MasterCard, well, they can with cryptocurrencies. And so I'm thinking that that's probably a better business decision. You have to deal with chargebacks, fraud, all that stuff that Visa and MasterCard do take care of, at least to a certain extent. So
Okay.
it's a weird situation. I think to the common person out there who are not into cryptocurrencies, like everyone here listening,
Not everyone.
seeing Visa like start to green light Bitcoin, I mean, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
And it could be the reason why Bitcoin's sort of pumping right now, if anything.
Well, it's just the market picking up like some of this sentiment and using it as like fuel to buy, right? Like we said, you can't get excited and like think we're entering like hyperdrive mode until we break out of these resistance points, which we haven't done yet. So
Yeah.
let the market cool down, let it just do its thing. In the meantime, we got to keep our eyes fixated on the altcoin space, because if you go and look in coin market cap for the overall, if you compare the market cap excluding Bitcoin, you can see we haven't even broken through our previous all-time high, which Ethereum and Bitcoin have already done. So I mean, the altcoin space, as Jesus, like there's just so much of it. You know, nothing is really dominating the altcoin space. So there's just so much potential for gains within it by identifying like these early emerging technologies, projects, protocols, whatever you want to call them.
I mean, if you take a look at this, a market cap of 512 billion, Ethereum is at 160 billion. So we're looking at over 25% of this. This trajectory sort of matches Ethereum. So Ethereum goes up, all the altcoins are going to go up.
Yeah, usually they go in tandem. I mean, Ethereum still technically is an altcoin, you know, even though it's a juggernaut, it's a force.
Yeah.
You know, everything that's not Bitcoin in this market is an alternative currency. I don't know, maybe at some point like that sentiment will change and like Ethereum will have its own like dominance. I think in order for that to happen, you probably have to overtake Bitcoin at some point. But I mean, it tried to in 2017.
It did right here.
Got really close, dude. Yeah, dude, look at that. Very close. So whether or not that'll happen again, I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
But regardless, all this indicates is, in order for this altcoin space to overtake what it did in the previous cycle, yeah, Bitcoin has to continue to cool down, because we know what happens when Bitcoin just keeps chugging along and taking all that market dominance.
Yeah.
Everything else sells off, in response.
Take a look at this. So look at this quote from the Visa head. We see crypto assets as more like digital gold. So it's interesting. He says crypto assets. I mean, the closest thing to digital gold is Bitcoin. Anything else is not even close to gold.
Yeah, I don't think anything else is claiming to be like gold either.
Yeah.
So clearly, I mean, this is, in regards to Bitcoin. And I think why they're saying, yeah, it says right there, there's less demand to spend Bitcoin, which is true. Most people holding it, they're not really expecting to spend it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I think what he meant was Bitcoin is closer to digital gold, which
Than it is like an actual currency.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would never spend Bitcoin for like coffee or a couch.
Oh man, you wouldn't?
No, definitely not. But you did, right?
Yeah, I did. I bought a bunch of furniture with it back when it was probably, I don't know, 11K. So that's some expensive furniture today, dude.
Yeah.
But you're right, man. If I were to just use, useless ass fiat, I'd have 4 times my Bitcoin holding, whatever I spent on that. So, I mean, that's the use case of it, dude. Whether or not it's true, I mean,
somebody spent like $100 million for 2 pizzas, right? Technically.
I mean, if they're willing to accept it, dude. I mean, I'm seeing like even DeFi protocols starting to tease the idea of coming out with their own like spending cards,
Oh,
AAVE.
right. Yeah.
AAVE, I don't know if you want to pull it up. We just look it up real quick just to end it on that.
Yeah.
Look up like AAVE, or maybe you can go to their Twitter account for Stanny, the founder of AAVE. I think he tweeted this out. But if you don't know who this is the founder of, there it is, of AAVE.
Yeah, here you go.
Which currently is the second biggest DeFi protocol in existence. There it is, dude. All it says is what if, but yeah, what if, dude?
Well, I mean, I think there needs to be some sort of service that allows us to spend our crypto, especially if you want to get out of fiat.
I mean, there's definitely plenty, I think, like crypto debit cards, right? It was like as long as you have a crypto account, you could spend your crypto somehow. But I think what he's proposing here, like teasing, is the idea of a credit card. Maybe like a
I see, backed by your own like bags.
Potentially, or maybe even like in the future, like a non-collateralized credit. I think that's going to require a much more complex like identity structure in our marketplace, where we can start like assigning reputation to like our crypto identities and stuff like that. Because if you're not putting up collateral for loans, like what's the downside, right?
Yeah, for sure.
There has to be some sort of like social ramifications to it, just like in the traditional financial world, right? If you don't pay back your debt,
your credit score takes a hit.
There's definitely some projects in the works as far as like, establishing like decentralized identity. That's definitely another sector to pay attention to for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe AAVE is going to build something along those lines. Who knows?
Yeah, I'm sure they would. I mean, they kind of need it just for the credit, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's an essential piece of finance, dude. Like if we're really trying to bank the unbanked, they got to have credit cards, man.
True.
Why the fuck not, dude?
Yeah, I think someone needs to take the hit and create a new payment system that doesn't use Visa and MasterCard, because I don't know if they're not really needed in this space anymore. I mean, they're the ultimate middleman.
Well, from a regulatory perspective, they're needed, right?
Because of fraud and all that.
I mean, merchants can't just take crypto. I mean, I think you can, but I don't think like the big ones do, just for regulatory concerns and whatnot. So like, we always speculate, like, what are the potential attack vectors from the government if they ever decided all this stuff was legal? I always imagine that being one of them, right? All you have to do is just demand all merchants not to ever accept cryptocurrency. I mean, really, I don't think none of the cryptos I'm holding are meant to be spent like that anyway. So well, how does that hurt me? Not at all, dude.
Yeah, that's true.
But regardless, that's definitely something I could see the government, if for whatever reason they just start having this
delusion that they can stop cryptocurrencies.
Yeah, how do we stop this, dude? Like, especially when they get a hold of what DeFi is doing. I mean, that would be such an obviously stupid response, but I could definitely see them doing that.
But yeah, that covers everything for today. I can't think of anything else other than.
I mean, the markets are bullish for sure. I mean, just keep your eyes on the charts.
Keep holding.
Always.
Keep holding.
Keep holding. Yeah, we're like we just saw the altcoin market cap. Dude, we haven't even passed previous all-time high, so we're just getting this shit started.
Yeah.
So yeah, this is definitely a marathon, not like a sprint, like they like to say.
Hell yeah.
So we got a long way to go, boys. And
Yeah.
pretty soon here, we got to jump back on that Polkadot train, dude, because we're like on the verge of Polkadot ecosystem, literally like just kickstarting. You know what I mean? So there's so much happening over there in Polkadot.
Yeah, there's parachain offerings and there's new Polkadot projects that we definitely want to get into.
Literally just popping up every day, dude.
Yeah.
Like, so we got now we don't just have Ethereum anymore. We have like blossoming ecosystems, not even just Polkadot. We got them in Elrond.
DAOs.
We got them in Cardano. We haven't even talked about Cardano yet, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the DAOs. Yeah, now that we have these totally decentralized organizations spawning projects, it's getting pretty wild, dude. To where I don't think we can cover it all.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Having said that, definitely stay tuned because we're going to try to cover as much as we can.
Yeah.
And make sure you follow us on Twitter at the Blockrunner and at MetaZone.io. Let us know what you think. Are you still bullish? Are you still going to be holding until the end? And let us know what you think. And we will see you in the next episode.
All right. Later.